This essay I wrote in my English class, in my other English 90 class, and it's about 4 pages long. Yes. Oh, 3 pages and a little bit. It's about people that forget that we aren't the only ones on Earth, and I'm trying to make them remember that there's other species, and there's also nature, and we're not the only ones. We don't own the Earth. So this essay talks about that because it's really an important subject for me, and I'm really aware of this. So I wanted to transmit what I thought. My other essay was I really like is The Wrong of Homophobia. It's right here. We had to write, it's also from my other English class, we had to write about an experience I think we have seen about discrimination, something we had experienced. So this story isn't about me, it's about a friend of mine, and I try to relate it with what I think about homosexuality. So I'm telling his story, how he's being discriminated by, how he has faced racism by all his friends when they knew he was gay, and then I make a link with what's bad of homophobia. And I take in this essay I interview the people that did racist comments to my friend, and I ask them why they think, and then with what they say, I make some research and I counter their opinions, and most of the time it's because they believe in God. So it's very interesting to make the link between those two things. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I don't have especially a product that was really hard to write, but those 2 essays I think were the hardest ones of my portfolio. They took me really long time to write, and I had to rework on them many hours, so I'm really proud of them right now. But the others it wasn't really hard to do the other work. It was good. For my reading this is my reading products, or my favorite one in reading products are those 2, as I said before. And for my reading, it was all works done in this class. Yeah, well, for reading we read a book called The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. It was a really long book. There wasn't many action in it, so I didn't really like it because I like when something happens in the book, because if not I will fall asleep very easily. But it was interesting to see how the characters interact in that book. That's what I liked about it. Yes. And so this book is about a deaf guy called John Singer, and they talk about him, but also the people he meets, and we also know about the lives of the people he meets. It's not only about him, but he's the main character. He was living at the beginning with another deaf guy, but he got sent to a hospital, so he had to move, and then the story really starts with other characters, how he meets them, and well, there's not much to say, it's only the interaction between them in the story. And my favorite character is a girl? No, it's Dr. Copeland, because I think he has, even if he can't express his ideas very well, and well, he can express them, but even if he's not heard in the book, I think his ideas are very good. Sometimes a little bit extreme, but he has a really good way of looking at life and way of thinking what's going on. So yeah, I really like this character because I can relate a little bit to him, because I really like to talk about injustice in the world like he does. But him is only about the black people in the society, while me it's about all the problems. So, I'm not doing any of the oral classes or reading or study skills or writing, but I'm doing American culture, which is here, and I wrote a blog that I've been writing during all this semester. It's mostly about case studies in our American culture book, and we have to talk about this, which would be the good solutions.
Try to tap it. Keep trying.
Maybe I'll be Anna White during the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Here.
This is like till next.
It's good, Sonia. It's 9 minutes so far.
I think I'm talking about the same thing like
No,
over
you
and
sound
over.
great.
Yes. Totally great.
So, do I continue?
Mm-hmm.
So this is my blog. We also have to write some vocabulary words and write the definition with pictures. So this is, for example, tolerance, and it's like a small kind of joke. And, yes. And we also watch movies, and we have to write summary about them. But this in my later posts, we haven't seen any movies. So. And for example, this is the latest case study. It's about racism. So this is my summary here. And then you have to write which would be the solutions. Like we have to write like about 3 solutions. And then list the strengths and weaknesses of each one, and then choose one of them. So here, for example, for racism, my solution would be, it's about a girl who's going, she hangs out a lot with a black guy, and they have problems with other people who don't like that. So at the end, she doesn't know what to do, and the solution I gave her was that she will be able to talk to the campus police, because there has been problems in the campus for them. Because that way she will be able to stay at that college and will be able to help his friend.
What about movie? Show us some.
We also had to write movie summaries. So, for example, there's one here called Back to the Future. It's about a young guy called Marty. He's helping really often a guy called, a scientific, which he calls Doc. And he always helps you with his experiments, even though people think he's crazy. And Doc one day invents the time machine, so they go back in the past. And there's all of that problem that he can't come back to the present. So he meets the Doc who's younger, and they try to make a solution. But things go wrong as he meets his mother, and his mother falls in love with Marty. So, it's really interesting, the movie, kind of a little bit complicated. And this is the summary. It's not very long, but I read the summary here. Then I make a link with the case study we've talked about just before the movie. And then I say my opinion of what I think about the movie. Yes. And I didn't do much else in American culture. This is mainly what I've been doing for it. So, yes. And I've learned so many things this semester, especially how to write better essays, which was kind of difficult for me before to write in English essays. And now I think I've improved a lot in it, and I'm very happy about it. I'm not taking like many other classes on photography, so I just can't say I've learned that because I don't have any other important classes. Well, my goals for the spring are to pass this English class and also to pass my English 90 class I'm taking at the same time. And I want to go to English 101, do and take many classes like Foundations of Visual Design, Digital Darkroom, Eco-Psychology, of course maths because we're obliged, Principles of Management,